Okay, here's a 2006 Lincoln Navigator, changing the fuel filter and locating it. They're different on 04s and 03s. 05s and 06s, a little bit harder to detect. First, you'd want to jack up your vehicle in the right spot and put some supporting jacks underneath it. Crawl up underneath the driver's side door, right underneath it. And here is your side steps. Then follow that into the frame rail. Here's your fuel tank underneath it. Right above the fuel tank underneath the driver's side is this little plastic cover with two 10mm bolts. And that's right over there. So I sort of already have it. Let me position the flashlight here. See if it works. Anyhow, kind of hard to work with one hand. And sort of, I've already gotten them loose because I've already changed my fuel filter, but just for illustration, there are two of those bolts. And for those people that don't know it, right on it, it says fuel filter replace. Well, I don't know if you can read it, but oops, almost dropped the phone. Anyways, that's where it is, and there's your fuel filter hiding up there. In order to remove it, if you look at the back little attachment, there's a little blue clip. You're supposed to pry that clip, the inner clip, you're supposed to pry it out with a screwdriver, and then use a fuel disconnect to disconnect that side, which is right here. And then follow it to the other side. There's this little clip which is holding on the fuel line that pries right off with a screwdriver. So I got a flashlight in one hand and the camera in the other, so pardon with me. This side just comes up with a fuel disconnect line, and pretty much just replace it, get a new fuel filter, make sure that the arrow is pointing that way. That is the outlet and that is the inlet. Fuel comes in through here, out there through the engine. Anyways, make sure you get it on straight, and pretty much just snaps right in place on this side. Snaps in, close the clip, snaps in, and put the other clip on. It's pretty easy to figure out, but the hardest part for most people is to locate where it is exactly. So there you have it, is a fuel filter for a 2006 Navigator, which I just replaced. So after you replace it, pretty much just put the plate on and those two bolts, and you're good to go. But before you do that, you would want to come out So before you do all that, just a word of advice is to come on the passenger side of your vehicle, take out the fuse box, and you would want to take out the fuse for your fuel pump. So before you even do this job, take out the fuse for the fuel pump, and then start your car and run it until it dies down. That means there's no more fuel in the lines. You'll still get some. I had a bunch pour all over me, but that's a different story. So the exact location of the fuse is fuse number 12. If you look behind the box, fuse number 12 is right there, right below relay number 12. So fuse number 12 is the one that you're going to want to take out. That's it. I've already taken it out. It's a 15 amp. And right now, after replacing it, I'm about to put it right back. So Starts right up, but right after you place the fuse back into the fuse box, it's going to take a couple of starts, a couple of tries to get that fuel pressure built up again, so don't worry, it's all normal. Alright, there you have it, '06 Navigator fuel filter replacement.